Hello and welcome back to another episode of Project Oarai. Now, this is going to be a bit of a smaller episode than what I have done for quite a while now, but my reasons for it are basically I wanted to take a few days to just go away and just have a bit of time to myself, and I still wanted to do an episode, so I figured we'd do something a little bit more light. And we'd just do one of the train stations that I've been wanting to actually do for quite a while now, because eventually I do want to expand, like what I've said, from the beach and work our way into the city, and I want to do that in kind of blocks rather than we spend 2 or 3 episodes on the mountain episodes, and I want to be able to kind of do them episodes in kind of 1 to 2, if that. And I might even make them, to be honest, like an hour-long episode, just so that I can fit all the stuff in, because I'm realistically looking at City Skylines 2 and thinking about when that eventually gets mod support and Project Oarai and all that other stuff. And I'm thinking there is a lot to do in Project Oarai. There's so much that we haven't even touched on yet. Especially the part where the airport is, the part that's still connected to the land. I plan on doing loads of malls and like custom malls and stuff like that made out of like PO and big hotels and all that type of stuff. And that in itself is going to be like, let's say for example 5 episodes, so that would be a month and 1 week, and that's just on the custom malls, the train station that's connected to the highway, and the hotels. And we've not even finished building the docks yet. We haven't finished building a lot of the apartments. We haven't really finished all around the city center yet, and how all that's gonna work. So I'm thinking that we do a couple of 1-hour episodes for a few weeks, and we just start rounding out these areas. And don't worry, I'll still be going into as much detail as what I usually do, but I'll just be skipping kind of over like putting down plottable asphalt and grass and stuff like that, unless it's like in areas that I feel like I need to show, because I put a lot of it down anyways, that you kind of get the gist and all that type of stuff. So I'm thinking that I maybe do that off camera and then hide it underneath the ground like I've been doing, and then as we're building and we're getting closer to it, I just kind of pull them up to the right height and, you know, magically there they are. And yeah, I'm just thinking, it's just an idea that I've got about these 1-hour episodes and kind of doing that. But if you'd be so kind to leave a comment and let me know if you'd be interested in hour-long episodes instead of the 30 minutes 20-minute episodes. I would love to know if you're interested in the hour episodes, or if you don't mind, or you're not bothered, or whatever really, just so I can kind of get a little bit of an inkling on kind of what you're interested in, if it bothers you, if it don't bother you, just that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you'd just be so kind at the end of the episode, after you finish watching or watching the cutscenes or whatever you really want to do, just leave me a comment and just, you know, let me know. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Now, as for this train station, I said it before, I've been trying to think for a while now on how I actually wanted this train station to go, because I kind of like half set it up in the past and just never tinkered with it after that, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, because obviously I want to put mountain apartments here. And now that I've finished actually building this train station and I like the way it looks and all that type of stuff, there are a few things I wish I could have done differently, but I kind of think that about almost everything I build. So that, it is what it is. But what I am thinking, and we'll probably cover it when we do another episode at some point, because we're going to be getting back to Osaka Castle in not the next episode, but the episode after that. We're going to be getting back to fully finishing that off now, because I've got everything sorted and it's all working again. So, good news. But anyways, yeah, like what I was saying is, I'm thinking of scrapping. So just bear with me. I'm thinking of scrapping this part of the train station that we're actually building here now. And what I'm thinking of doing is either getting rid of this tunnel here, or we have the tunnel that goes underneath the mountain that comes out somewhere else. Maybe a truck only, or bus only, or taxi only road that maybe leads to the city from this angle, like leads to the main road that goes into the city, so you can kind of bypass all the traffic lights and stops before you actually get there. I'm not too sure yet. I've still kind of got to go in game and just kind of have a look first, because I'm wanting to pull the ground up to the same level as the train tracks here, and then have the road being that height, and then the houses they're going to kind of go up the mountain in layers. But what I'm thinking of doing with these apartments or houses or flats or whatever, really, I haven't fully decided yet. But these houses that are going to be along the mountainside, whether they be luxury or apartments, flats, whatever, I want there to be on different stages of like elevation. And I want to kind of have garages that go into the mountainside or something like that. It's going to probably be a lot of PO and stuff like that. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, that's my idea anyways. So I'm thinking of scrapping this, or maybe keeping it. I just don't know. And then just pulling the ground up to that level. I'm not even talking about the tree. I'm just talking about another episode. I've lost the plot. But yeah. Anyways, that's my idea for the mountainside. But for now, this train station, I do really like how it turned out, because I did want to make this fully functional. And before I actually started building, I wanted to see if it could be fully functional before I got there. So you'll see all these paths that were already there. They were just kind of, I was attaching some of them to the railway tracks, and some of them just weren't working. It was really strange. And then once I got these ones to actually connect to the train station properly, I just didn't touch them after that. So I kind of just left them in. Like you'll see here, it fails to connect to the road there, and then all of a sudden magically connects to the road properly. So yeah, I'm still kind of learning with setting these up to railway tracks, so I've still probably got a lot to learn. But we do get it to work, and I'm really happy because I wanted this staircase in the middle of the platform where the pedestrians would walk along the side like they're actually waiting for the train, and then they'd do like a loop around, and then they'd come down this staircase, and then they could exit down to the main street. And my hope is that they'll take the train station from the beach, which I've actually seen quite a few of them do, so I'm actually really happy, is they actually take the train station from the beach, or they take the train station from the lower part of the beach all the way up here to then come to this train station that actually leads to the city centre, which was my entire goal in the first place. Because I didn't want this train station here to be kind of a not really used train station. I wanted it to always be in use, like it would be the main train station that you would take to go to the beach, and then you could use the train station at the beach to go from the top end to the bottom, and so on and all of that. And I was really happy that I actually managed to get these footpaths to actually work how I wanted to, which was a little bit annoying, but we got round to it in the end, so that's all that matters, really. Now, next week's episode, we this is before I forget actually. It is going to be us just finishing off around the backside of where Chinatown is. We're just going to be finishing off there, and then after we finish that, we're going to be moving straight back onto Osaka Castle. And from what I've seen, after cleaning it up a little bit and fixing a few things that weren't working, I think we roughly have about 2 to 3 episodes left there. Now, I'm not sure about detailing the outside of Osaka Castle, like around them roads, because I'm not really too sure what is even going to be there, to be honest. Because obviously with us changing the angle of where the park is, it's kind of changed a few angles of other things that I had in my head. So we're going to just have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so like what I said, I wanted to just throw together a little episode that's kind of got quite a little bit of detailing in it. And I just wanted to put together an episode, like what I said, for you guys, as well as the YouTube algorithm, because it really doesn't like it if you don't post at least one episode a week. So, you know, I like to post every week, like what I said anyway, and we went through that troubling time of stuff in real life getting in the way and whatever, and now we're back on track. So now we just have to convince the YouTube algorithm that we're still posting stuff. So yeah, this is just a little episode, and then next week we're going to be moving on to a lot longer episodes, like 30-40 minutes, and then after that last part of Chinatown's done, we're going to be moving on to around like an hour episode, as long as, like, you know, I get some good feedback on it, or if I do it and then I get good feedback, then that's a good thing. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to stop rambling now, and I'm going to leave you all with the rest of the episode. And like always, I'll see you all in the next one.